Good morning. This is Dan with Level8, July 28th, here to do the pre-market. Let's get started on this. Market starts soon. We're starting with our key ranges chart as we always do. A couple, little divergence here. ES has broken out of this volume profile, this Globex volume profile. There's the value area high. It has broken above. NQ, on the other hand, it's kind of hung up on a 5-minute 200 there and really kind of rotating around the point of control. So these are, uh, this is more bullish. I'm going to take NQ's lead here. We'll see how this goes, but we'll get a structural read of likely rotation around value, and really that still holds for ES as well, because this study is looking at yesterday's volume profile also, and uh, its relation to the midpoint and things like that here. We have a really big range. There's the midpoint of it. So L1, H1, the high of yesterday is way above. We just made a new pre-market high there on ES. And we have a lot of levels down below here now. Obviously, these are the key levels: the pre-market low and L1, which is yesterday's low. It's kind of covered up there a little bit. NQ has already done that. It's already set value below L1, and we have some range extension below. So these are two different stories being told here. We'll have to see how it plays out. They will come together before it's over. You give it an hour, and they'll be moving very similarly. Let's go look at our news of the day. Or here's the economic calendar. Trade in goods. Uh, the trade imbalance that we get. The deficit. It's down. That is not a big news item. It's positive, but it's down. Positive for the economy. Consumer confidence, we'll get that at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern. That can be a market mover, especially around the Fed. The Fed is starting today, so they're starting to have some meetings. So there's the meetings begin. Tomorrow's the big day. A lot of times we have volume lay down pretty good here the day before Fed. Now we'll see if that happens. See if that follows through today, but it's not uncommon for volume to really lay down heading into tomorrow. Let's see, and tomorrow we get the Fed announcement. I believe the consensus is probably no change here. That it's under some pressure always from the administration to lower rates, but I don't necessarily see it with and I don't believe the market's pricing it in. If you're in greed on CNN money, CNN business, we're into fear. Very interesting metrics here if you want to go study those. Story of the day again is going to be gamma. I'm going to refresh this. So the bar chart model has SPX in negative gamma. There is the flip point at 74.92. We're currently up around 6 points, so this is going to move up a little bit here, but we're negative. So, and this is what we've had over the last week or so, or maybe the last 9 or 10 sessions, some version of being negative gamma, where these dealers right here are chasing price. Wow, am I getting some ads on this thing? Chasing a lot of price. So they magnify moves. If you're someone who likes to fade price, which I fall into that category, this is the dangerous regime for us. So when moves, we can have very sharp, drawn out moves, particularly to the downside. If price gets going down and these guys start chasing, we can get these downside cascades like we got yesterday, and we've had several times over the last 5 sessions. So Just be very careful, especially to the downside, trying to fade those things. Really just get on board, work your candle logic and take them down with it. Uh, that's the plan on that. So gamma is negative. That's just that's a strong message for the day. Let's go look at some of our longer time frames here. I also have an ES chart here because I watch both ES and MNQ. Obviously, ES and NQ. There's a daily chart down below that 50. We've really come under that 21. The 8 is dove, and now we're going to approach this 200. Now, the 50s barely started turning, so it's not catastrophic here or anything. We did come through this previous swing back in June. The levels to the downside here, are not very pronounced at all. We're below our 5-day range, and we'll take a look at that. Uh, we had a swing down here at 27,850-ish. This is a 1 hour chart. Uh, and that'll be on our pre-market low. That's on our charts, and we'll have yesterday's lows as well. Didn't really see there. If we go look at this 2, 5, 10, and 15 on our 10-minute chart, we can see these are the previous day 5 sessions highs and lows. We are at the bottom of that. So moving up above, we run into 28 212. That's going to be around the 200 mark. 28 432. There's a 33 there that's prominent. So 28 433 on the way up. On the way down, we're really into kind of the abyss, and we may look at fib or something else on that, but you'll have a lot of pronounced levels to the downside. But I'm not going to be surprised if it doesn't do the same thing it did yesterday. We're kind of at an inflection point here on the way AI is going and what's going on with it. We have some 200s above here. Those will be resistance at 28. The 5-minute almost there. And our 1-minute chart, which is our execution chart, we execute on the 1-minute chart in the context of all these others. Do we have room, etc.? What are the major levels we're running into? And there's VWAP. And big fat round number, 28,000 was prominent yesterday. We're kind of rotating around it today above that 1-minute 100. Rates are supportive. They were supportive yesterday. When we drove down, they never went negative. So they're a headwind to the downside, but not a big one. In our big list of indexes here, the only positives we have are ES, very mildly positive, the Dow, and the Russell. NASDAQ is definitely trailing. VIX is slightly down, 1857. Maybe just a hair above what we'd see as normal, but nothing, pretty benign actually. Big story on oil continuing to drop. This is actually up a little bit from the last time I looked at it. So oil's coming down. That's always going to be a positive for inflation. And a big thing, a big part of the deliberations that they're going to have at the Fed starting today for tomorrow's announcement. And let's see, I'm getting these things spread out again. Let's finish up, take a look at our playbook. We focus on SPX, mostly because it is the mother index. The Nasdaq, or the NQ Nasdaq 100, 70 of those or so are in the SPX, and really Nasdaq is a high beta subcomponent, meaning that it reacts stronger to the same things that influence SPX. So it's kind of leads the way and swings bigger. It's one of the reasons we trade it. It's just there's a lot more movement within NQ. But okay, we have the bullishness on those treasuries being positive. Oil being lower is bullish. Dollar's really neutral. The options are two-way today. There's no particular sentiment being priced into the options market. And there's that NQ lagging. that being bearish. So we get technical weakness. Again, if we start to get a move down here of any significance, it could really start, the dealers could really start piling on to the downside. But in this state, it could also work to the upside as well, but downside is more likely. There's the backdrop. We've already talked about treasuries, oil, the dollar, VIX. Uh, there's the options sentiment is balanced in terms of calls, puts, and the implied volatility, etc. We've got the percentile and implied volatility is fairly low. That means the options prices are fairly low right now. Structural read, they've got ES above. Uh, it's conditionally bullish here because of the way ES is acting, but the conditions are, can it break out of different levels? So we get those bull triggers like uh, sustained sustained acceptance above the prior value area high, and that's why we talked about we have this VWAP magnet likely read on the structural study on the chart, because there is the prior volume range up here above. So yesterday's regular session is above there, and that's what it's looking for, is to get up there. Bear triggers are obviously down past the point of control and the value area low, etc. So those are those levels. This is available to you on our Discord channel. That's free to join. Uh, and there's our levels to watch. There's H1 and L1. Those are yesterday's auction. These are very important. A lot of times we see them reverse there and come back towards the middle. Sometimes they will break and retest, but they're definitely strong levels of that, along with the pre-market high and low. And there's some more numbers to watch there. So that is the wrap up on the pre-market. If you like this content, guys, we have a YouTube channel, Level 8 Trading. You go there, like and subscribe. You'll see a lot of videos like this one. Uh, you can get to our Discord channel at level8trading.com, and you'll have access to a playbook, and you'll get into our NQ room and see how we solve this puzzle every day with these major levels, and how we prefer these short time frames to trade with. We're done early, so I may be back for post market. If not, I'll see you in the pre market, and good luck trading today.